You're watching Triadvisors, and I'm your host, Rob Vary. It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for Triad advice, tips, and tricks. This week's advice comes from two Pogo Tribe members, Technobabble and bombmaniac. They suggest several different tools to use for creating Triad projects and for participating in the entire process. So first, I'll tell you about Google Wave. So you can simply go to wave.google.com, and as long as you have a Google account, you can quickly sign up for it and start using it. Basically, it's kind of like email, except it's sort of real-time editing, where you can start what's called a wave, and it's pretty much kind of like a file or an email message or like a chat conversation, and what you can do is go through and edit different things, and people, if they're on at the same time as you, will see it, and you can only allow certain people to join the wave. It's pretty good for sort of making ideas and modifying things, or if you have lists of things. Very, very great for that kind of stuff. So I'll link to that in my pants, and you can sign up and start using it. And just throwing this out there, not something I'm not as familiar with, it's called PiratePad. You can go to piratepad.net. It's another real-time editing service, I would guess you would say, and pretty much similar idea like Google Wave. It's a real-time editor. And again, I'll put that in my pants, and you can click it. The final tool I have for you today, and I know there are many, many more, and I'd love for you to send them in, but the final tool will be Stixy, and you can go to that by going to Stixy.com, and what that is kind of a combination of Wave and PiratePad. What you can do is you can essentially use it as a cork board of sorts, or a bulletin board, where you can put photos, notes, schedules, pretty much any type of file. I mean, almost any type of file. You'd have to look at their restrictions. And then you can all use the real-time editing and, you know, do the same kind of thing. Whatever you like best, I guess you would say. So those are just three of many, many tools that you could use online to collaborate and be in a triad, or do a project, or do a triad project, or anything like that. So I'd just like to close out today by reminding you that I need your advice. So send it to triadvisorshost@gmail.com. Now, this is any type of advice. It could be advice to avoid certain things, advice to do certain things, things to use, things to do, things to say, things not to say, what worked for you, what didn't work for you. And I just also want to mention that I'm not limiting this to a triading process within a tribe, even though that's pretty much, you're always going to be within some kind of tribe doing it. But, I mean, you kind of catch my drift. If you've been in a triad of any kind, just working in a group of three, it could be in school, it could be, outside a community building thing, it could be anything like that. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, any sort of thing where you would work in a group of three. That's the kind of advice I want to see. So you don't have to be part of the Pogo Tribe, or Nerdfighteria, or any of the online YouTube communities, or any forums or message boards. You don't have to be part of any of that. All I want to know is advice from people who have worked in groups of three. That's all I want to know. Send it to triadvisorshost@gmail.com. I look forward to your advice. And remember, if at first you don't succeed, try it again.